NBA star point guard Chris Paul has brought some of his celebrity friends to the lanes here in Houston for some Super Bowling on this Super Bowl Sunday. It'll be serious fun as some of sports' biggest stars join some of the PBA's best-known names to help Chris help others.
He looks good. He looks good.
It's over now.
It is time to bowl. Today we'll see Houston Rockets six-time All-Star James Harden, Boston Red Sox All-Star and Gold Glove winner Mookie Betts, legendary NFL receiver Terrell Owens, and of course CP3 himself, Houston Rockets nine-time All-Star point guard Chris Paul. They're just some of the stars here outside of Houston, Texas at the Bowlero Woodlands for the 9th edition of the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling.
And hello again, everybody, along with the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. I'm Dave Lamont, and the man in the middle, of course, is our host, Houston Rockets guard Chris Paul. And we're back with you again, a new city, a new location. Chris, what's it been like now with your foundation here in Houston and bringing this event here?
Been amazing. The city of Houston have not only welcomed me, but they've welcomed my entire family with open arms. It's been amazing. The city is strong, relentless, and I'm excited to be here with the event.
Chris, speaking of strong, man, I was watching you warming up, and you were getting a boatload of wrist in that ball, man, hooking it gutter to gutter. And as a defending champ, there's going to be a little bit of a twist this year for you as we take a look at what happened last year. Here's another beautiful strike that you threw en route to your victory with that man, Chris Barnes. But Chris Barnes isn't here. You've got a new partner in Norm Duke. And we talked earlier, apparently Norm was giving us a little bit of some different advice.
Norm has been my rival for the past few years, and somebody I'm so grateful for Norm. But Norm was telling me to look at the dots and look at the boards, and that's something I've never done. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to have to stick to what I know.
Yeah, man, stick with the same game plan that's worked for a lot of years out here.
Right, but the first time he told me to do it, I actually bowled. I threw a strike. So.
Uh-oh. Now what?
I don't know. My mind's kind of turned.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, you got a great partner, Norm Duke, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
And, of course, we've got the doubles coming up right away. You're going to see Chris and Norm against his Rockets teammate, James Harden, and his partner in this EJ Tackett, who can just crank it, as we all know. And, of course, the other semifinal, PDW and TO back together again against Mookie Betts and Bill O'Neill. The winners of that will compete for the big trophy here at the CP3 Invitational, the prize that everybody covets. But we also have the return of the Super Clash, which was a remarkable last year, and a very special Baker team event featuring a really strong Houston team. Speaking of a really strong Houston team, CP3's teammate James Harden is standing by with Kimberly Preston.
That's right. I'm down here with James Harden, Houston Stars, but tonight it's all about the Chris Paul Family Foundation. And James, this is your first year part of this foundation. What's it like to be here?
I'm excited to be a part of it, especially here in the city of Houston with everything that we've been through, especially this summer. Chris is doing an unbelievable thing of, bringing charity, bringing greatness back to the city. And so I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm excited to start bowling.
Well, you took some practice shots. How's your game?
Wasn't very good, but, hopefully I'll do better when the lights is on.
You never know. Thanks so much. Guys, we're going to send it back to you.
Kimberly, thank you. James, thank you. And here we go. So you've got EJ Tackett, all that power and rev rate. Norm Duke, the savvy, never say die pro, one of the great winners in the history of the game.
It's going to look great, too. Watch.
And the two Rocket teammates going at it in our first semifinal. So here is Norm with 38 titles.
Third all time.
Oh, yeah, bad break there for Duke. This is a 5-frame match, by the way, so the 5th frame functions as our 10th frame. We mentioned the winner gets the trophy. That's a heavy piece of trophy, and everybody who bowls in this wants to be the one to hold that at the end. So as you might guess, Duke will have no trouble with the 10.
That's like free throws. That's like making your free throws. You know what I'm saying? Picking up spares, that's like making your free throws.
And we'll take a look here at E.J. Tackett, 2016 PBA Player of the Year. 9 tour titles in just 5 years, and he's only 25 years old.
9 tour titles, 2 of those majors at age 25.
Here's our host, Chris Paul. Take a look at his basketball resume. He'll be in Springfield, Mass. one day after he retires with the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Bang. Oh, a little kick on that 10. Beautiful shot for CP.
And there was that wrist I was talking about in our open. Yeah, a little more hand in it, a little more wrist than last year. And this is what kicks that 10 out. Loves his bowling.
And James Harden gets a kick on the 5. Get out of here, the lefty. You don't often see a messenger take out a 5.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was what we would call a messenger. Yeah, it kind of looked like that, but this is more deflection than anything. But a lot of speed coming across off of the right side wall. And took the 5 out late. Duke, look out.
Oh, he got a big break there.
Side, Norm. Pick it up, Norm. Side, Norm. My bad, Hoss.
Duke and Chris Paul in trouble early.
And this is late already. Because don't forget, it's a 5-frame match.
Yeah.
So late comes early here. It sounds like something that the late Dizzy Dean would say, or Yogi Berra. But
good pick up, Norm. Hey, there's a lot of wood out there. A lot of wood still out there. Let's go get them.
well, that's usually the case until E.J. Tackett gets up and tends to chop them.
Oh, no!
Oh, that is rich there.
That is just awful.
Yeah, we see him do that a lot on television. What a great shot. Bowling ball goes right by the 9-pin. With that kind of rev rate and throwing 16 pounds, it's not surprising.
For E.J. Tackett.
Yeah, I get it. It's more commonly than it used to be, isn't it? With the strength of these players.
Without question. From any angle.
All right, Chris, set me up now. Set me up, right?
Yeah, there you go. Listen, EJ's from Indiana, a state that appreciates basketball as much as any in the U.S. We go back now here in the penultimate frame with CP, looking for his 4th title.
Come on, see what you're fucking. I've been waiting on you all night.
Boy, this can really help out his team.
Brooklyn.
Look out. He got a break. Cleared aside the 10 to avoid a baby split.
That's all right.
Mookie Betts on the right and Terrell Owens in the foreground, and they are in the next match. And T.O. with his traditional partner, Pete Weber. And Mookie this year, Bill O'Neill. So Chris, no trouble on the spare. Stay clean.
Hey, dog. Come here and say, dog. Huh? I was going to say, hey, come on now. Come on now.
You want the ball again, James? Says Chris. You see James's resume. All right.
It's okay.
Got to convert that. A little backup ball on that there.
Convert the 5 and the 8. Stay clean. And a nice lead heading into the 5th and final frame.
We're losing by just like. They don't get this.
And it'll be all pros in the 5th.
Oh, you
Gotta
got
have it.
Yeah. His bowling style reminds me of when he's dribbling down the court, stops and kind of pops that 3-pointer.
I was waiting for him to Euro step his way down there, but he did not.
No, we are. I see. Right. We had 11.
So we get to the 5th, and again, this is our 10th frame right here. Well, we needed a big strike.
The list is really short on who you need to call.
He needs a double and 9 to force E.J. Tackett to double. Inducted into the PBA Hall of Fame in 2009. 7 career major titles. 2 major titles on the PBA 50 Tour. Big shot here for Norman. His team. Got to have it.
Got to get it, and he does. Look at that. Well, this is what happened last year with Chris Barnes, who needed to strike out to push his team to victory, and he got it with Chris Paul. That was for the championship, as Chris's son is out there also. This is just to get into the championship match, and of course, E.J. Tackett will have something to say about this.
Is Chris talking to James Harden?
I think you better be talking to Tackett. Yeah, that's who you got to get into his head a little bit if you can.
9 or better.
How about that?
Good finish.
How about that? He had to do that.
Yeah.
Apply that pressure. So look, he gonna tell us what he gotta do though. What he gotta do?
He got to get 2 strikes in any pin.
If he get 2 strikes, y'all win.
Remember, EJ's last shot was looking perfect and left a solid 9.
Yeah,
Trouble.
Yeah, that's it. Ball game over. Oh, Chris Ball taking down his teammate.
I missed.
you good.
Hey, you still in it?
I think you're more than still in it, guys. You're in pretty good shape here now.
Yeah, he can make it, but he can't win.
There you go. Our bonus analyst, Norm Duke, letting us know that there's nothing E.J. Tackett can do here. And so Chris Paul will get a chance to defend his championship. He's through to the finals in our 5-frame match against E.J. Tackett and James Harden. Duke and Paul moving on. Playing for that big trophy. And CP3 looking for title number 4. Coming up, though, a big one. Bill O'Neill and Mookie Betts versus PDW and T.O. That's next. The State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling is brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. By Barbasol Premium Razors, you're looking good, America. By Columbia 300, perfection is Columbia 300. And by Go Bowling, promotional offers, tips to improve your game, news, or to locate a bowling center near you, log on to GoBowling.com. We are back inside the Bowlero with the Woodlands and getting ready for another semifinal to see who's going to take on Norm Duke and Chris Paul. There's Chris's family, wife Jada, his son Christopher Paul too, Cameron, daughter, dad are there, whole group. And they are pretty happy with how that first match turned out. I'll tell you what, whoever comes out of this other semifinal though, PDW and T.O. and Mookie Betts and Bill O'Neill, it's going to be a great match to see who gets to hoist the trophy at the end. Well, got a couple of greats surrounding Kimberly Pressler, T.O. and Mookie Betts. Kim?
A couple of greats indeed. These guys are amazing in their respective sports, but they're also amazing on the lanes. And Mookie, you just bowled a 300 at the World Series. What was it like being in front of all the pros and all your friends doing that?
I was super nervous, but it was really cool to be able to do something like that. I can check it off the bucket list.
Now, how do you bring that momentum into today and take home that trophy that's sitting over there?
I'm not sure. We're just going to I'm a little nervous like I was shooting the 300, so hopefully I can use that nervousness and channel it into a couple of strikes.
Well, it worked out for you at the World Series. Thank you so much for your time and good luck tonight. And T.O., you won this 2 years ago, but you know what? Mookie had a 300 at the World Series. Yeah. He's kind of on fire right now.
It doesn't compare, right? But you know, we're going to be competitive. I know we got our hands full, but I got my partner, Pete Weber, right there. So when I got him, we're in the game.
You definitely are in the game. I saw you guys taking some practice shots. How you feeling out there?
I feel good, feel good. I mean, they had a chance to choose the lanes. They chose the left one, so we're good with the right.
All right, so are you going to be sporting the shades this year?
I don't know. I don't know what Pete is doing this year. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out.
All right, thank you, Tio, for your time. Guys, we're going to send it back to you.
Kimberly, thank you very much. Let's go back to 2016. Tio and PDW have done this before. There's Hope Solo, the great soccer star. And we take a look at C.J. Anderson, Anthony Anderson were some of the stars in the building. Tio with the PDW shades on. And they get to the finals. Their opponents, Claire Guerrero and Hope Solo. But Tio was hot that night. Shades, no shades, didn't matter. And Pete, well, you know.
Little Hall of Fame trip 4 there.
And they get the trophies.
Yeah, one of the best trophies I've ever had.
And probably one of the heaviest right there, too. So here we go. Bill O'Neill will be up first. Again, it's pro, celeb, pro, celeb, pro. And this is a 5-frame match. The 5th frame is the 10th frame. And Billy O with 8 tour championships and a terrific career. And just like that, on cue.
Former U.S. Open champ.
Hey, I wasn't trying to throw it right there.
Oh, really? Okay. You got a strike.
Yeah, listen.
Did you get the itch?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay. Did you yell in my backswing? You didn't yell, did you?
Oh, you know me.
Yeah, something must have happened.
You know, Mr. Unsportsmanlike.
Something must have happened there.
Well, if you need a show, go get yourself a Sean, who also happens to have 37 tour titles and 10 major championships. Goodness. The ball knows what to do.
The greatest of all time. It's Pete Weber.
Hey, mine was more suspenseful. Way more suspenseful.
And now Mookie Betts. And 2-time All-Star, won the Silver Slugger Award. 2016. 2018 season, getting ready.
Good. Yeah.
Just missed by a hair there.
He's got a little bit right, but this kid can bowl.
You're too worried about your celebration. I think that was what it is.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Loves his bowling.
Wasn't any worse than mine.
And so does this guy.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, next to CP3, this is my favorite guy. Terrell Owens is one of the most gracious athletes I've ever come across.
And T.O. has been in this event a lot. He's always been very gracious in dealing with us, that is for sure. 15-year NFL career. That's got to hurry, though.
Look alive.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
All right. All right. Come on now. Come on. That was a good shot.
Did hook a lot, but started out just a little bit too far to the right. T.O.'s got some problems here early.
Gold face change. Second height.
See what he can do
God,
here.
that's got to hook
now.
All right, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. And the first shot was good, too. It was just a little longer. Yeah.
And Weber giving him some good advice. Said, hey, it just went a little long. You know, it looked a lot like Mookie Betts' shot, except Mookie got the 10 out. O'Neill. Good shot there.
Is that all right, Pete? Come on, I think it's better than last. A little bit. So you made it easier on me because you didn't strike. Pressure's off.
So Pete knows he has to strike here.
Shout out to Tommy Jones. Out here.
Wow. Beautiful. The speed control that guy still has.
Whoever just gave it to somebody over there, I'm not sure who, but.
My bad, buddy. You ain't left out of that.
There's the 6 going to the sidewall and doing its job. And there's the PDW eyeballs. No wonder he wears those shades.
That's better.
Yes, it is. Well, that's 10 in the pit.
All right. Big trouble now for T.O. and Weber. Good-looking game here. Nice, short, and compact. Good hand and good location.
Well, in 2010 in high school, Mookie was the Tennessee State Boys Bowler of the Year. He is a natural athlete as you'll ever see in your life. T.O. looks a little better.
Oh, man.
Made a great adjustment.
Made a great shot.
Wow.
Hey, that was pretty good. Good ball.
Sure, that one pretty good.
One of the spare ball. Very all-American spare ball. No.
That was a good shot.
Well, all but over now
man,
for
you can't throw it any better now.
Weber and T.O.
That was a great shot.
They won the event in 2016.
Hey, can you do the math? Can I screw this up? No,
And
okay.
there you see Chris Paul, James Harden. Chris probably still talking a little trash to his teammate. And Bill O'Neill makes sure that nothing bad's going to happen there. They're moving on.
I just want to hit the weight.
It's going to be tough right there.
No, that was okay. I hit it really hard.
Yeah, this will be a difficult group with Mookie Betts as good as he is.
Yeah, just like mine, right?
So it will be Paul and Duke, Betts and O'Neill for the championship a little later on in our show. And a double messenger to take out that 10 pin.
That was 3 times. You're right. You're right.
You know, one messenger is pretty good,
God, I want one of them
but
balls.
2 messengers get you our Barbasol Close Shave of the Day.
Watch the head pin. Sidewall comes screaming across. And even that pin laying in front of it couldn't stop that messenger.
Now kind of the 1 and 6 pins conspired with each other to take out that 10. So Bill O'Neill had 5 strikes in that match, letting him know that he is ready to take that trophy away from Chris Paul. He's going to try to hang on to it for a 4th time against a very potent combination of O'Neill and Betts.
Coming up, always exciting Baker format team bowling, the Bowlero All-Stars versus Houston Strong.
Go back to 2015. Chris Paul, he wanted to win again. Been a little while, right? Chris Hardwick was back as the defending champion. And we had some newcomers trying to get their hands on the trophy. But how about French Montana? Because we didn't see this one coming.
Biggest underdog in the history of the CP3 event?
Chris Paul is with Belmo. Well, you don't get any better than that, right? Except even Jason misses every once in a while. Ronnie Russell and French Montana with the championship. PBA's Big February includes live extra frame coverage of no less than 4 PBA events, including 2 majors. It all begins on Wednesday with the opening rounds of the PBA Tournament of Champions from historic AMF Riviera Lanes in Akron, Ohio. Do not miss a minute. The live action in February. Get your yearly, monthly, or 3-day subscription today. Click on the extra frame link in the menu section of PBA.com for more information. So we have our championship match set. It will be Norm Duke, Chris Paul against Mookie Betts and Bill O'Neill. Ought to be a lot of fun. And again, Chris is trying to win it for a 4th time. One of the real highlights here of the CP3 Invitational, regardless of the city we are in, is the red carpet. And Kimberly Pressler walks that with our stars as well as anybody.
How's your game?
We gonna see. I told T.O. I've been working. I've been hooping lately, but you know, when the lights come on, you just have to show up. Everybody always thinks that it's fixed for me or whatnot, but that's not the case. Like I got to get there just like everybody else.
Norm, this year you are paired up with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
So you've actually come in second to him twice, but now you guys are teammates. You're going to put that all behind you?
How do you know all these little tidbits?
It's my job.
God.
Norm is always full of energy, great guy, and when I heard I was teamed with him, I was excited. You know, I believe in Norm, and he better bring it today.
I like bowling. It's a nice get-together and stuff. But people do it professionally. You spoke to Norm, right? He owns his own ball. He scores. He owns a house, all from bowling.
I bowl pretty often, but this is another level. This is a lot of professionals here. We'll see.
You bowl often, so how's your game?
Come on now, all right. I bowl a few times, you know, a month.
It's some serious competition, though, right?
Man, I've seen some times where they just get right up into the other's face. I love it. Sometimes you just got to have the front row seat.
It had been a while since I had won it up until last year, and when he won it, I didn't hear the end of it, so.
Exactly.
Mookie been talking a lot of junk, too, Mookie Betts.
Did you tell him you got a 300 game at the World Series?
I'll make sure I mention it.
He cheating. He cheating. He probably got the bumpers out or something.
Athletes all kind of work the same. When you start talking to them, you know, they get a little rattled.
Maybe I need to start talking some trash and maybe try to throw those guys off their game a little bit. But I did see Mookie bowl a 300. As for myself, I haven't been on the lane as much. I don't know how much Chris has been on the lane. Obviously, he's been playing a lot of basketball and rehabbing and things of that nature. But you see, I've been keeping an eye on everybody.
It's serious, it's competitive, and it's just funny because you just never know what's going to happen.
I don't bowl. I'm not a regular bowler.
Well, I know people. I could probably put those bumpers up for you if you want.
Do that. Don't coddle me. Don't coddle me. How would I learn? How will I learn if you don't? Throw me in the deep end and we'll see what happens. I will not break 100. I'll say it here now. I go for the laugh instead of the score. Am I doing it wrong?
Why do I think this guy could be a better bowler than he is letting on? It's always the ones who talk themselves down. You got to keep an eye out for, right? We'll find out. But team bowling is next. Bowlero versus Houston Strong.
And a great crowd here in the Woodlands at Bowlero, the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational brought us to Us By Go Bowling. And, of course, this event goes back to 2009, and look who's involved here. Whatever happened to LeBron James, Randy? He was among the celebrities in attendance for the inaugural Chris Paul event. Rudy Gay? Yes, that's Kevin Durant. This is when Winston-Salem, North Carolina, that's Chris's hometown for this great fundraiser. And Chris could roll it back even then. Chris Barnes showing his hops. LeBron just overpowering pins as he overpowers players. And the great Jason Couch. And he teamed up with LeBron to take the title over Chris and Chris. 214 to 195. I wonder if that still bothers Chris Paul. He says something to LeBron about it. These high-level guys are super competitive. Team bowling time right now, and this is going to be the Bowlero All-Stars. Mookie Betts, T.O., Hannah Diem, Logan Harvey, 2 youth bowlers, and Sean Rash against all Houston athletes, including professional bowlers Dino Castillo and DJ Archer, who lives very close to our home house here today. Hannah, the Teen Masters U13 division winner, and Logan was runner-up in U13 to Parker Bone's son, Brandon, who was competing in Malaysia. So off we go with Trevor Ariza to get things started. Just a little bit light. And of course, if you're a Rockets player, the goal is treat those pins like they're LA Clippers. What is it? Trevor's been around a long time in the NBA. That's a tribute to his talents. It's a tough league to stay in. He's in a good situation here with the Rockets. Now he faces a common enemy for many amateur bowlers. 5-pin. Oh, no! Well, a little lacking in the rev rate there was Trevor.
He's throwing a house ball that doesn't fit. And, you know, he was a late entry to this Baker match, but we're glad to have him.
Yeah, we're very appreciative of Trevor to insert himself in here when we needed him. Mookie Betts, we know what he can do. That's the Mookie Betts can do. Team captain there, you see Sean Rash and DJ Archer, our PBA pros participating. They're leaders, and here's James Harden. We've seen James's game already from the left side. Oh, look at that. The MVP chance inspired him.
Not yet, he said. That's big time. That's big time.
I think those are bowling shoes.
No, they may not be.
I know, right?
The only thing I know is you still have to fear the beard, whether it's playing hoops or bowling.
Now, T.O. He's been a little light with his shots.
Yeah.
Get to it.
Super Bowl Sunday, New England and Philadelphia. Remember the last time, 2004? This guy playing on essentially a broken leg, ankle, pins, screws, you name it. 9 catches, 122 yards in that game for the Eagles, and they narrowly lost.
So an open frame there for the Bowlero All-Stars. We go back to Houston Strong. And here's our host. Now, coming up, by the way, we've got 2 Team Masters bowlers that are bowling for the Bowlero All-Stars. We're really excited to present them to you. And through the face, and it crossed over just in time.
We'll take the Brooklyn. We'll take the Brooklyn.
Now, we mentioned the Masters bowlers. Here is one of them. Hannah Diem, Floridian, and the Team Masters JV Girls Champion, only 13 years old.
Pop got 9.
And she's got some game.
Yes, she does. She actually was the youngest bowler to ever bowl 300 at age 9.
How old is she?
Unbelievable.
How old is she? How old? You, jeez.
And now Dino Castillo for Houston Strong.
Well, Houston Strong's got 2 of the best trash talkers on their team in Dino Castillo and DJ Archer.
Uh-oh, trouble there. Oh. There will be no trash talked by Dino after that.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh, it's all right. Okay.
12-year professional bowler. And he'll just try to take a couple here. He'll be back. He'll get a chance in the 9th frame. Again, every bowler gets 2 frames to bowl in a Baker format, which you frequently see, if not frequently, you see all the time in the collegiate level. And we mentioned another Team Masters participant. Here is the boys runner-up in the junior varsity 14 and under, Logan Harvey. He's from Titusville, Florida. And he, too, has game, breaking up a 7-10. So a little bit of the future of the sport on display here with Diem and Harvey. Goes to Astronaut High there on the east coast of Florida in Titusville. And he actually had that 7-10 stayed there, Randy. He's made it before in his life. Only 14. He has covered a 7-10 before. Not going to have to worry about it here. And now here he is dancing DJ Archer. And we'll see if you go back to the team competition in Portland, Maine in 2017. Dancing DJ was born, showing some pretty wild dance steps.
Oh, God, that's left.
Ooh, stern 4-pin.
That's all right.
So a close match through the first 5, 4.5.
You know, it's okay. It's just a little left. It'll be all right.
And for DJ, this is a home game. He is just a few minutes away from the center.
It's interesting. You can hear the non-pros when they see the way a pro shoots a spare. They don't expect it to work. We're just so we know what they're doing.
A lot of them are amazed just at the amount of motion the pros can create.
Now, speaking of that, right on cue, 12-time tour titleist Sean Rash.
Come on, Sean.
Yeah, you don't have to tell him more than once. So Sean Rash with the Mutombo-like finger wave. He and his side taking on the Houston squad, led by the MVP, James Harden. But Mookie Betts is awfully good. This will continue when we return. You're watching the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling. That is the home of the Rockets, the Toyota Center. Normally, you have to walk through those doors to see these stars. CP3, James Harden, Bobby Brown in the foreground, and Trevor Ariza. But you can do it all right here at the Woodlands today. A great crowd as we get ready for the Super Clash. And want to thank these folks, too, from Bowlmore. Coley Edison, their Chief Customer Officer, and the Chairman, CEO, and President of Bowlmore, Tom Shannon. Couldn't do it without these two. So we go back now for round two for our Baker format participants. That means Trevor Ariza of the Rockets will lead it off. He left a 5-pin in his first effort. Not this time. Forget about it.
What a great shot by Trevor Ariza. You know, I'm a little partial to Trevor. He did play for my Lakers back in 2009 when they won the title. 3-point specialist. Loved watching him back then. And what a great reaction after that strike. Way to go, Trevor.
Now Mookie Betts, 6th frame. Man, great pin action.
This kid can bowl. Take a look at his style here with track tech talk. Great swing. Keeps his hand up the back, but great balance because he's an athlete. I like the fact that he's nice and short and compact. I like that low backswing. Stays open. Very powerful strike ball.
Well, James Harden kind of whiffed on the pocket there. And now Harden's got some work to do. He pretty much just has to throw a strike ball here. Of course, easier said than done. It's funny, they used to say, well, he's a ball hog. All he does is worry about his scoring. So what does he do? The next year, he leads the NBA in assists, shutting up all of his critics.
Yeah, he's an incredible talent and an awesome player to watch.
So the Bowlero All-Stars have a commanding lead here with T.O.
Good shot there.
Yeah, his best one so far on our show. But like a great athlete, whatever adjustments need to be made, these guys, whatever the sport, tend to make them.
Yeah, well, this is closer to the middle part of the lane. He got away from the outside edge, and that time the ball grabbed the lane surface.
Ooh, again, crossing over his CP3, and the 3-pin, ironically, will stay up. All I want for Christmas is a new bowling ball, and that's what Chris Paul did for his teammates. There's Nunez, and you'll see Eric Gordon here. Chris bought everybody on the team their own ball and brought in a professional driller to make sure they fit perfectly. Chris Paul doesn't take shortcuts on the court and obviously doesn't take shortcuts off the court either. That's a pretty sweet gift.
right there, that one got a chance.
Oh, he said that right when you threw it.
That one got a chance. I heard.
Anna Diem, who just she struck her first time up. You see, November 17, 2013 was her date for her 300. That never grabbed the lane.
And what little friction there was late, and the ball actually rolled out. Real end-over-end roll for Hannah. This is just right of target. You see how much up the back she is at release.
All right, give us a chance.
Hey, how about one song?
34-pin lead through 8. There is PBA Tour Commissioner and CEO Tom Clark. Pretty good bowler in his own right, along with Chris Paul. So Castillo up now. He left a split in the 4th. And threw his face that time, leaving 3-6-10.
I thought that was pretty good.
The Super Clash is coming up. Let's go backwards first. 2011 and Lil Wayne. Remember, you only get one try here, and he buries it. Beautiful 10 straight back. So, Nelly. And goodbye, 4-pin. Now let's see how Reggie Bush did. Got a strike. 7-pin. Down he goes. And finally, the host. He's got a strike. And he does. The Clash is that fun and that unexpected, and it's coming up very shortly. Oh, I better hurry.
Dino 0 for 2. Will not look back on this with fond memories.
Here is Logan Harvey, who spared, but 9 spare in his first time up. Big backswing. Big results. Bowlero All-Star is going to win this. DJ.
Mookie, DJ, Tommy Jones, all good friends.
Yes, sir. And back. So the Bowlero All-Stars pick up the victory here. Mookie Betts got him going early. Coming up, the Super Clash. And Randy with some advice for T.O. The State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling is brought to you by Go Bowling. For promotional offers, tips to improve your game, news, or to locate a bowling center near you, log on to GoBowling.com. By Barbasol Premium Razors. You're looking good, America. By Brunswick. Find your next ball at bowlwithbrunswick.com. And by Motive Bowling. Get motivated. A lot of flashbacks in this tournament we love revisiting. In 2012, it's Blake Griffin, Jesse Williams, and Sierra at the CP3 Celebrity Invitational. We were in LA. There's Terry Ferreira, you know him as Turtle from Entourage, and Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart with CP3 and Jason Belmonte. That's a pretty good combination. Hart looking good there with the spare. But watch what happens here to Jerry. Oh, no, you're not supposed to break that up with one pin. Take that. And Blake Griffin finishes it off. So it's Griffin, Ferreira, and Pete Weber winning the championship. I'll go back a year later, 2013. Kevin Hart has returned. He is now with Bill O'Neill as they make it to the finals. Little Brooklyn shot there for Kevin. However, a bit of a ringer. Chris Hardwick, the son of the Hall of Famer Billy Hardwick, and Chris Barnes. The score on this, 270 to 267. February coming up. You cannot wait. We are going to be at Riviera next Sunday at 1 o'clock. Can you believe that? Back in Akron. And then on the 18th, to go bowling, PBA 60th Anniversary Classic from Indianapolis. And then the Barbasol PBA Players Championship back at Wayne Webb's Place in Columbus. All 1 Eastern start times. 2 major championships in big February. All right, it's time for a little help. Our resident bowling expert, Randy Peterson, is sharing his bowling insight and help a bowling fan by sharing a tip to help his or her game. This time, Randy's going to do it in person with none other than T.O. Randy?
Thanks, Dave. T.O., you know, I've watched your game mature over the years, and I thought it would be I just thought it would be appropriate if you would allow me to critique your game in front of a national audience. What do you say?
Absolutely. I need all the help that I can get.
All right, let's take a look. You don't need a lot of help.
I didn't start out so well today.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's just the way you were playing the lanes. But I really love everything that you do. Great swing direction. Your hand's in a beautiful spot. And the only thing that I've ever saw when you make a mistake, it's right there. Your hand gets around the side of the ball a little earlier than I would like to see.
Okay.
If you could stay and work the inside part of the ball a little bit longer before you rotate around the side, your ball's going to roll better. It's going to read the lane better, and it's actually going to hook a little bit more. But it's going to be a controllable hook because it's going to read the old pattern properly.
Gotcha.
Today, some of those shots that actually scooted and went a little bit farther right than you wanted, that's where your hand gets around the side a little early. That's the only thing I see. You're obviously a great athlete, and you're a great bowler. You work keeping your hand underneath it, you're going to, I think I'm going to see you at the World Series of Bowling next year.
All right. I'm going to take that.
All right, that is our Go Bowling fan tip of the week, and PBA.com is your home for PBA live scoring and all the latest news, stats, player bios, and more. Additionally, if you really do want Randy to break down your game, that's the place you go to. Go Bowling PBA fan tip of the week. Click on the Go Bowling logo on the PBA.com homepage. All that and more at PBA.com. Oh, you loved it last year. You wanted it again this year. The Celebrity Super Clash is coming up. Oh, this crowd is in for a real thrill here. The Super Clash is coming up, and 2 of the participants are standing by with Kimberly.
Thanks, Dave. I'm joined by Oscar Nunez and the man of the hour, Chris Paul. Now, you guys did a State Farm commercial together, and I will get to that in 1 second. But, Chris, let's talk about the reason that we were here, and that is your family foundation. Now, you're based in Houston. Talk to me about some of the stuff that your foundation does for this area.
Man, first and foremost, I'm so grateful to the city of Houston and the community, how they welcomed me and my family with open arms. And, you know, with Harvey happening this summer, we're just trying to help the city get back on its feet, trying to make an impact on the community because, I mean, it's the least we can do for all that they're doing for us.
And you are absolutely making a positive impact on this community. So thank you so very much for that, and good luck. And we'll see you in the Clash and in the finals.
All right, thank you.
So, Oscar, what was it like doing a commercial with Chris Paul, who's a good basketball player, a good bowler, and he can act?
He's very funny, and he can act. And I'm here because of Chris and the good people of State Farm. Go Houston, loves to be here. And he's also a very thoughtful man because, I don't know, he did his research, and I don't know how he found out, but he must have found out that my favorite flower is a rose. And today when I got here in my hotel room, there were 1,000 roses from Chris Paul, and that's the kind of person. No, there wasn't. But, you know, the thought was there.
The thought was there. Now, in your guys' commercial, it featured bowling. Did you get any tips from this guy?
A few. I'm a very bad bowler. But I have good form. So when I throw a gutter ball, it looks good. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Good luck in the Clash, Oscar. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to send it back to you.
All right. So, actually, there were no roses.
I need oxygen.
All right. Bobby Brown, James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Mookie Betts, T.O., Oscar Nunez, and Chris Paul. It's simple. Low man out. Each celebrity gets a shot. Low pinfall. Have a seat. Roll off if we're tied, and until one left standing. That was Mookie Betts last year. Clash got really interesting last year in L.A.
What you gonna do now, sir?
Every little step.
So here is Bobby Brown of the Houston Rockets.
Did you hear the comment? Every little step.
Come on, every little step.
That's the other Bobby Brown.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you share a name with a famed musician, you're, you know. Another backup ball, so he has a 7. You're not converting spares here. It's a 7. You get 1, Bobby.
1 and done. Low count, out.
It's 1 and done. So James Harden, he's got to beat 7. If he goes below 7, that's great news for Bobby. Now we've seen James throw a strike. We've seen James lead 6 behind. So it is no way to predict what he's going to do here. There's the Euro step. Uh-oh, look out! Side. All right. So did Bobby had 7. James had 7. Trevor Ariza doesn't look impressed with the first 2 shots, but now it's his turn.
Right.
Playing it safe. He's in. Oh, he is absolutely moving on. Mookie Betts. And let's go back to last year with Mookie and JT Action Jackson. And this was some tremendous bowling between these two. Now, JT is a terrific bowler in his own right, and as well as an actor.
Yeah, but this is a left-handed backup ball for a strike. That was impressive.
So's that.
I can do that.
You can do this too. The walk-away strike for victory. And now Mookie will see if he can do it again.
You got to think he's going to be able to get at least 8 or better, which will keep him in. Uh-oh, look out.
Oh, yeah, that held the lane beautifully.
Boy, it sure did. Looked like it was going to go high, and it just froze right in front of the 1-3.
He's moving on. Here's T.O. Got to beat 7. Stay alive.
Do you think he's thinking at all, even a little bit, about the tip I just gave him?
Oh, he better be. That advice would cost the average person $1,500 if you gave him that.
At least.
So, yeah.
Make me proud, T.O.
Hurry ball. So we have 3 at 7.
T.O., we're going to have to have another lesson.
Now, Oscar Nunez, the man of 1,000 roses not, is here and saying he is not good.
This is for you. This is for you.
Come on, Oscar.
Got to beat 7.
Come on, Oscar. How's it look? How's it look?
He's in there, baby.
That boy, Oscar.
He messed me up. Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
Well, you know what? He's in. He's moving on. Chris Paul now.
I got to beat 7.
Got to beat 7, Chris. We may be forced to have a roll-off here to eliminate 1. Unless disaster strikes this 2-time gold medalist.
Look out, catch a piece. How about that?
4-way roll-off.
4-way roll-off with 7.
Yes, all right. So Mookie Betts, no problem. Oscar Nunez, no problem. Trevor Ariza, no problem. A quadruple roll-off. Same rules here. Low man out. Bobby Brown, look at here. Yes.
It is.
Backed up into the pocket. All right, James Harden.
power. And 7 again.
That's fast. That's like Oscar Palermo fast.
All right, T.O. Now he's had a tough look. Thrown 1 strike. Got a quick lesson. You know, the first shot after a lesson is always the hardest.
Yeah, it takes time.
Right?
It takes time.
So, you know, your lesson.
Yeah.
Namaste. There you go. He's on. And James Harden's in a spot of trouble here.
Cook me, man. Go ahead. Hey, cook me, man. Go ahead, man. Cook me, man. Cook me, man.
Got to beat 7. Uh-oh. He did, and James Harden is out. That is 8, Chris. And James Harden is out. Not the reaction we were looking for.
Not the MVP.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, partner. The MVP is OUT. James Harden has been knocked out of the clash. A lot of disappointed folks here in Houston. And James, just like he may have done as a young lad at the playground, is taking his ball and going home. So the first guy out could be the NBA MVP. James Harden, the State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational, brought to us by Go Bowling, goes to the next level of the clash. And Bobby Brown, that's trouble there with that sleeper back there. That's a 6.
See if that holds up.
Remember, Lowe is out here, and 6 could be trouble. Here is Trevor Ariza of the Rockets. So it's nice that Chris's teammates, so many of them came out to support his foundation and support this wonderful event. Oh, man, Ariza's on fire all of a sudden. He's safely in with 9.
What's my game? 9 spares or strikes.
Well, he's an ex-Laker. I'm not surprised.
That's true. From your Lakers, yes, that's correct. Mookie Betts. As soon as Red Sox fans find out that Mookie's in this, we will get big numbers in New England.
Well, they were giving him grief earlier saying this is his last year's bowling as a celebrity.
Got a point there. Maybe bowling as a pro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's why.
He is a professional. Somebody go trip him one time.
Are you secretly rooting for anyone in this competition right now? Because, I mean, this is a place where you can.
That's true. Well, I mean,
I've got mine.
There is a significant underdog in this race, much like DJ Khaled was last year.
Right.
It's not this guy because we know he can bowl. Look at this.
I'll tell you what, he takes instruction very well.
A Peterson double for T.O.
But, I mean, I've got a guy I'm secretly rooting for, but now it's not going to be a secret anymore.
Because he's the same guy I'm rooting for.
This guy right here.
Same here. He's got to beat 6 to stay alive.
Love it. Using a little bit of the hand dryer, that's free air coming out of there to kind of get his air where he wants it. Love it.
He was part of the gang, of course, on The Office, a all-time great comedy.
Gucci game.
Yeah, I got a bowl up.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, this got some rev rate. Yes, sir.
It's not my sport. I'm just here for charity. It's not my sport. I'm just doing the best I can.
I know you can bowl for real, though.
No, I didn't.
Whatever. Whatever. Sit down,
Chris,
man. Line.
Could he be hustling these guys?
He's throwing a house ball. No.
You don't hustle with a house ball?
No.
All right, so Bobby Brown's in some deep trouble here. CP beat a 6. And he barely did.
Wow.
Just enough.
Just enough is right.
So he'll every little step his way out.
Nice one.
You're welcome. That leaves us with 5.
I don't like going last.
We're down to 5. Again, low score, and you're gone. So Trevor Ariza riding a wave of confidence right now. Missed, and now a 6 for Trevor.
What was that? What was that?
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what Chris likes more, winning or giving the business to his Rockets teammates.
You got to think Mookie's going to do better than that. I mean, he should be your odds-on favorite here.
With his eyes closed.
Yeah, he's walking away. Walking away. Now T.O. Again. Got to be the 6.
Hey, listen, this is where Mookie needs to dumb it down a little bit. Just saying.
Not saying he's going to.
No.
But
Mookie needs to dumb it down a little
your
bit.
protege here has thrown a double.
Chris Paul's not going to invite him back. I'm just saying. Oh, he got around it. Oh, and it got back.
Oh, and a ringer on the 10, but that's okay.
Yep.
He's moving into the next level, next round. And now here's Oscar. He's got to be the 6. He's off his strike last time. It's better to look good than to feel good, as we all know.
It's all about appearance.
Gotta be the 6.
Trouble.
I slipped. That's a do-over. That's a do-over. That should be a do-over.
Can he get over the boards? Yes, he can. Much like Andre the Giant going over the top rope. Well, Oscar, we hardly knew you, but we loved you. Now, Chris Paul, our Columbia 300 fun fact. The 2017-18 season is the NBA active career leader in assists and steals.
That's on purpose.
Basically just has to hit pins in order to move on and
keep it on the lane.
Put Oscar in the comfort room. He did.
That's enough.
And he did. Well, Oscar.
Surviving.
Can't thank you enough. So Trevor Ariza survives with a 6.
I'll stay for more for support.
Yes, please do, Oscar.
Yeah, we've got a cubicle for him to sit behind. Now Trevor Ariza's got to pick it up from that 6 because the competition's getting a little thick here. Uh-oh. Look out. Solid set.
That's okay.
So close. So close.
Well, Oscar, we hardly knew you. Oscar Nunez is out. He's standing by with Kimberly.
Oscar, I'm pretty sure that you told me that you were not a very good bowler.
I wasn't. Some guy coached me wrong. He coached me, and I don't know how I got those strikes. That last one I threw, that's how I really bowl.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Usual. I got so lucky.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Mookie will get a 9. You know, a couple strikes here, Randy. Your protege comes through, and then Chris Paul comes through. We're going to have a roll-off with 9.
Well, T.O.'s been hitting the pocket Chris Paul hasn't been close in his last 3 shots.
Yeah, he's been crossing over into the Brooklyn side. So.
Oh, I need him to throw like a 6 or a 7.
Oh, boy, is that good.
Oh, it took a big dive, and he joins the 9 crowd.
Just a little soft.
All right, now a strike here. And Chris assures himself of moving on and forces the other 3 into a roll-off. If he can't beat 9, he is eliminated.
Right. Might as well. Might as well for the first time.
Little loft here. He's out. He's out. Oh, Chris. Well, he still will be in the doubles championship. So he has a chance to pick up his 4th title and the trophy.
All right, Chris, I know that's not how you wanted this to end. What happened just now?
No, I just never felt the rhythm. Just never felt the rhythm. Left lane, right lane. Go down. So if I can't win, I need my man TA to win.
Well, you know what? You have another chance because you're still in the finals. So this is like practice.
That's what I was doing, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? It's not big picture. I didn't want to waste all my good ones in the clash. You know what I mean? So I'm ready for the finals.
So who is going to win this clash?
I hope Trev. Anybody but Mookie.
Oh, well, good luck with that, Chris.
Oh, shoot.
Uh-oh, look out here. All right, he got away with it. 2 9s. We got a pair of 9s on the table. T.O. can assure himself a spot in the last frame with a strike.
T.O., I need you to move about 3 left with your feet, 1 left with your target. Keep your hand underneath it.
Yes.
It'll be 10 in the pit.
How's his speed?
And make sure you don't get soft. How good is that? Oh, no!
Yep, soft 10. All right, let's do it again. Everybody back up.
Good shot.
Hey, I tried to make them bowl off.
Trevor Ariza shocking the bowling world right now in the Celebrity Super Clash.
It always seems to be one guy you don't count on in this clash, and Ariza is the guy. That's off, though. Man, okay, all right.
Boy.
That's a break there.
Huge.
Somebody goes through the nose here, could be in trouble. And Mookie Betts had his first odd-looking shot in the last time he went up. Got to beat 8.
Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good. Are you kidding me?
He's out. Well, he's not out. He's not out. But he's in trouble. Trevor Ariza, you're safe.
Is it for me? Oh, hold on.
T.O.'s got to beat 7.
Unbelievable.
He hasn't invited me back. He hasn't invited me back. I can't win everything.
What you gonna do,
But Mookie
T.O.?
and CP will get a chance at each other in the championship coming up.
Oh, no.
That's good.
Oh, he's okay. And out of it is the defending champ, Mookie Betts.
You say he's going to leave with some trophies.
I got to leave. I got to leave right here.
I did that out of respect for you because I don't want to win everything.
We're down to 2, and I promise you, the Vegas odds makers have high numbers on Trevor Ariza.
Trevor, you know what? You just came in here and you are shooting like a pro right now. I didn't even know you knew how to bowl.
You know what? I'm not really a bowler. I'm just a gamer. You know, so whatever game it is, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do what I got to do.
And you certainly are. T.O., you're making it down to the final 2 real quick.
Yes.
You're going up against Trevor, who is bowling well.
Yes,
what you got in store for us?
This is the luckiest guy in Houston right now. But I am glad to be in there with him than Mookie. That's for sure.
All right, we're going to see how it all goes down, guys.
Kimberly, thank you very much. So you've got Trevor Ariza versus the star pupil of the Randy Peterson School of Bowling. And Trevor will go first. Goes with power and is light. T.O.'s got 9 or better, and T.O. wins it.
Well, you really gotta love what T.O. said in the interview. Rather be going against Trevor than Mookie.
Yeah, but you know what? If T.O. doesn't throw a good ball here and Ariza wins, the Rockets will never hear the end of this.
Don't trouble.
T.O.'s hearing a little bit of chirping, too. Got to beat 8. Hurry, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. T.O. Here you can celebrate without fear of a flag. T.O. wins the Celebrity Super Clash.
Well, this looked like it was headed out for burgers and fries and came back with steak and lobster. Well, it was a beautiful result for a shot that looked like it was going to be 0. He ends up tripping the 4-7-10.
And the champ is with Kimberly.
T.O., you are walking away with this win tonight in the Super Class. Talk to me about that last shot.
Well, you know, Randy and I, he kind of gave me some tips on making some adjustments, so that's what I did with the lanes. But honestly, I think all of us lucked out because Mookie just hit a bad shot. But I just felt like with Trevor hitting 8, I had to hit one more than him.
Sure did, and you did that. Congratulations.
T.O., congratulations. Good for you. But as always with a Super Clash, it's the ones you don't expect to become the stars, like Oscar Nunez. Oh, I'm not a good bowler. Maybe I am. And then again, maybe I'm not. But, oh, Oscar, your footwork. T.O. on top. Of course, T.O. celebrates a victory. But now, coming up for the title, O'Neal and Betts versus Duke and Paul. Ought to be good. This is the 2018 State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling. Bill O'Neal and Mookie Betts about to take on Norm Duke and Chris Paul for it all, the trophy and the bragging rights. Randy, our championship recap, how'd they get here?
Well, they ham and egged it. It's what you do when you bowl doubles. Chris Paul performed nicely. He struck his first ball in their match. Norm Duke struggled early, but finished big late.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 strikes.
All right.
EJ Tackett had to double. And the results are Chris Paul and Norm Duke moving on. Second match, Bill O'Neal leads it off. Partnered with Mookie Betts and Billy O. 10 in the pit, and Betts, well, we know his game well by now.
Yeah, pretty strong team there. PDW, Terrell Owens. Well, T.O. had a little bit of trouble. Coming in light, leaving the 210, missed it, leaves that ring in 10. O'Neal and Betts, they move on.
That's our Ebonite flashback. We go to 2010. Ludacris. Lamar Woodley, Hines Ward. How about this? Jack Del Rio in year 2 of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. Now it's CP3 and Belmo. And in the end, they're going to win. Jason Belmonte had to strike out in the 10th frame to seal a win over Norm Duke and Lamar Woodley. And Belmo takes care of business. Stage dive from his partner. Now he goes Lil Wayne, 2011. Nelly and the great Reggie Bush. The defending champions are CP3 and Jason Belmonte. Norm Duke in the finals again. Chris Paul gets a big strike, and they defend their title. Belmo does a stage dive. Back to back for those two. Now last year, CP3 and Chris Barnes are paired up in LA. CP3 have been wanting to win this. It's been a while. Chris Barnes, look at this! Insane break. And now, you need 3 in the 10th. And Chris Barnes gets you not 1, not 2, all 3. They defeat Tommy Jones and Mookie Betts, and it is a 3rd title for CP3. We are ready for the championship. Will it be a 4th time for our host, Chris Paul? He's with the Wee Iceman versus Bill O'Neill and Mookie Betts. Well, no doubt that both Mookie Betts and Chris Paul know their way around trophy cases, and now they get a chance to talk to Kimberly before our final begins.
Yep, both of these guys are in the finals right now. Only 10 frames to go. Chris, I just saw you watching the replay of last year's win. How bad do you want to take this again?
I need it. That was a different location last year. We're in Houston now. Got one in my place in L.A. I need one here in my house in Houston.
You know, in the clash, Randy said that it looked like you were going a little bit light. I saw that you were practicing now. Are you changing anything up?
Yeah, a little bit. Norm told me to stay out the traffic, try to move a few boards over, so I'm going to see how I work on my first bowl. If it don't work, then I'm going to go back to what I know.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thanks so much, Chris. So, Mookie, this guy right here does not want you winning this, but you're kind of on fire right now.
I wouldn't call it on fire, but, you know, I need a trophy for my trophy case, so I figured I might as well come in here and lift one over my head.
Well, you came close last year. You taking it?
Yeah, I got to take it. I can't let him do it back-to-back.
All right, these guys seem pretty confident. Let's see how it goes.
So Chris has won this more than any other celebrity. LeBron James has won it. Blake Griffin, Jerry Ferrara, Chris Hardwick, French Montana, T.O. So it would be a first for Mookie and a 4th for CP3. So unlike the semifinals, which were 5-frame matches, we are 10 straight through here. And this time the celebrity will begin first. It will allow the pro to finish the 10th frame.
Mookie going with a ball change to start this match, championship match, and moves way in. Looks like he went to a bigger ball.
And his now traditional strike celebration throws it right back at Chris Paul.
Takes a big step sideways to the left. Stronger bowling ball, trying to open up this old pattern.
And Paul's got a strike. Yeah, there you go. It's his tournament. That pin has to fall down.
Love that. We'll take it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, the carry gods are with Chris Paul, as they should be. It's his event.
You and I, we're going to reach his.
Well, no question, this is one of the most accomplished players in the world, Bill O'Neill. 2010, his big win, his first major so far, the U.S. Open. 2 years later, the Cheetah Championship of the World Series of Bowling. The emotion comes out as O'Neill captures the title. And 2015, the Oklahoma Open. Smooth and powerful, Bill O'Neill. 8 titles, 1 major. Bill O'Neill, one of the best. Just on track. Yeah.
Beauty.
How come you guys cheer louder for Chris than me? That's not right. That's not right. That's not nice, man.
And Norm Duke. He had to strike out to get them into this match, and he did. Oof, powerful strike from Norm. Damn.
Perfect through 2 frames. Hip. All 4 players striking.
Hip.
And Mookie Betts, runner-up in the American League MVP voting a couple of seasons back to Mike Trout, who could arguably considered to be the best player in the majors right now.
Careful.
All right. The strike fest has taken a break.
No, you got it. My bad. That's quality. I was trying to shoot 300. You just missed 300 up. Start frame. Keep going.
Just missed 300 up, says Norm.
Inside a target, but only the 4-pin.
In zero trouble for Mookie with that 4-pin. Had that 300 in Reno, the World Series of Bowling, and the scorpion pattern. And he actually improved from 2015 in his 2017 appearance in the standings. Now here's Chris. Brooklyn, he did. He gets away with a lot of Brooklyn strikes.
Throw it anywhere. Throw it anywhere.
Hey,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, here's the third arrow and crossing over.
Well, you know what? Our scorekeeper, Mike Edwards, puts an X in no matter where they go if they're strikes.
It's not how, it's how many.
Meantime, O'Neal has just looked so good tonight.
It's all right. Norm going to miss. He's going to miss. Attaboy, Bill. Hey, thanks, Norm. Bill.
Let's go back. 1983 Cleveland Open. You'll remember. 18-year-old Norm Duke becomes the youngest to win a PBA event. That's the 80s. Now the 90s. The Tournament of Champions. Norm Duke. He knew it. Got it. Another decade, another title. The PBA World Championship in 2008. Another decade, another title. The U.S. Open 2011 and the Wee Iceman on top again. Hall of Famer, third all-time in titles, 7 major championships, 2-time Player of the Year, a living legend in the sport and still really good. Eight, 9 pins, kind of hung around for a split second, and they were blown backwards.
Anytime you let Norm Duke feather it from the outside part of the lane, he's going to strike a lot.
Appreciate you, brother.
And you see what Mookie did at that World Series of Bowling. It was a remarkable event. Hope you enjoyed those telecasts. And a 3-pin standing now for Mookie.
That one wasn't supposed to do that, was it?
That was not supposed to do that.
No, I didn't see that coming either. Little check on the left lane.
Yeah, he got that one hooked.
He hooked it more than me.
O'Neal just said Mookie hooks it more than he does.
All right, one time. Build on lead now. Build on.
Well, he threw a pretty good shot, but he had a little check Congo when it got about halfway down the lane.
Confused. Look at
ball hooked up and went high.
A little more left. Keep going.
Now CP3.
Oh, he's trying to go straight.
He did. Straighter is greater. Striking on both sides of the pocket.
O'Neal Betts hooking the whole lane. Duke and CP3 going as straight as you can go. Here he kicks the 10 out once again. And Duke and Chris Paul are perfect through 5.
And O'Neal, so comfortable.
Making great shots.
Never know.
Looks so good.
I think we both 250. We have a chance.
And looks very comfortable.
Okay, you're going to need a partner for that.
So again, unlike the semis, we're going all the way here, and the pros will get to finish the 10th. You get a sense it will come down to that. Yes, sir. Bowling balls often listen when spoken to by that man.
I'll tell you what Duke wants. He wants that trophy. He's won just about everything you could possibly win in the sport of bowling, except a CP3 trophy. And boy, is that some kind of hardware.
Well, it worked out this year that instead of going against Chris, where he has not had success in the finals, this time they're partnered. We hear uh-oh and trouble, and then we see 10 down. I'd like to have that kind of trouble.
Normally, when I hear that, it's real trouble. And not just in bowling, but this one ends up in a great spot.
He and O'Neal are throwing the identical shot, or so it seems. Chris is just making it up as he goes along, and that time the 5-pin stands Paul, and that breaks up the perfect game.
That's okay as long as he covers the 5-pin.
Yeah, the way O'Neal's going, there's no reason to think he won't strike again. So this is a big shot, and he'll handle it.
Chris only has one more frame to bowl.
This is too nerve-wracking. I'm nervous with that.
Nice shot. Nice fair. That's a huge frame right now. Oh, that's trouble.
Push. Oh, did.
That was a little, wow. That was a little iffy. That was a little iffy.
Yeah, again, Bill, we like everything we do to be that iffy. You see our past champions. And Chris Paul had that back-to-back run in 10 and 11. And then after 6 years, won it with Chris Barnes.
Big shot here for Normie. Set up his partner for the 9th frame. He's going with the heat. Boy.
Come on, Mook.
I can't even imagine the amount of clutch strikes that guy's had in his career.
Well, 35 years worth. Youngest player to ever win a title at age 18 and a couple of months.
One in the night.
Oh, left of target.
Push. And that is just going to spin around.
Mook.
Close.
A little trouble here. Chris Paul with a strike in the 9th could make it almost impossible.
Don't tell me nothing. I don't need my nerves.
Can't leave any on the deck. He won't.
All right, one good shot.
So big shot here now for our
Shot
host.
right there. Need a little hole. A little hole, baby.
And we've seen Chris on both sides of the head pin. See the maxes.
Just fill the 9th frame. Any mark.
Hook it.
He's got a hook. He's got a hook.
Oh.
Oh, that's not what you wanted.
Ooh. That's one you don't see all that much.
And that's that flat throwing straight shot. Max score now for O'Neal and Betts, 238.
And you have to assume that O'Neal's going to strike out.
Right between them, House. Right between them dogs. I made it.
Got a chance.
He made it.
Oh, splendid. Absolutely splendid. There's only one way to make this shot, and it's our hammer tuck spare replay.
Well, Duke called it right out of his hand. He said, oh, he's got it. That ball wasn't at the arrows yet.
Look at the hang time for Norm. O'Neal. Oh, and he didn't strike.
What? That's some ran on that. Yeah.
Well, you heard Duke say it. That's a wrap.
I knew we got to let him finish. So. Well, I'm wanting to hug on Billy just as much as I was hugging on him. Oh, my Norm, you're not going to throw in the gutter, right? No. Okay.
Norm says, no, I'm not going to throw it in the gutter.
All right, fill it up anyway. Oh, let's get out of here with that.
Never over till it's over.
This is all I have now, these special events. We both team together. I got this thing. So I can't make any other shows. Every time we bowl together.
I know. I'm sweating. Huh? It ain't over yet, Chris. It ain't over till it's over.
Norm, if you go over that solid line there, it's zero. You know I'm gonna do. I just want to let you know. Don't do that.
My goodness, Norm Duke could strike for the rest of the day. He could be striking right until Super Bowl kickoff if he survives the chest bump.
Do some push-ups or something, man. You gotta do some push-ups or something.
You got muscles in your feet.
Well, Norm Duke survived Lamar Woodley.
Do some push-ups.
I think he could survive a chest bump with Chris Paul.
You realize that, though.
Huh?
You need to start
Okay, maybe not.
Up, just one.
Yeah, you know what? He's still striking, kids. Tune in 4 or 5 hours from now and see if Norm is still throwing strikes.
That's a bad 53-year-old man there.
Wow.
We even. We even. We bet it. We double or nothing. We even.
You said double or nothing.
And why not? Yeah, you got to do it. For the 259, and Norm Duke is in the win column in the Chris Paul event for the first time. And CP3 picks up trophy number 4, defeating Bill O'Neill and Mookie Betts. A fantastic performance by the team in pink. Chris Paul and Norm Duke, your champions. Great bowling from all 4 participants. These guys are pumped up. They'll get their just rewards when we return. The State Farm CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by Go Bowling is brought to you by State Farm. Here to help life go right. By Storm, where innovation and passion collide. Storm is the bowler's company. By the United States Bowling Congress, creating competitive opportunities at all levels as we build a future for the sport. Visit bowl.com for more. And by PBA Bowling Challenge. Bowl against your friends or the PBA pros. Download the free app today. So, Randy, let's recap our championship match.
Mookie Betts, Bill O'Neill get off to a nice start playing the deep inside part of the lane. Beautiful shot just inside of 4th arrow for O'Neill.
And interestingly, the Duke Paul team played kind of their own match on their own side of the lane.
Played real straight from out, but this was key. Converting the 4-5 split pretty much sealed the deal for the wee Iceman who stepped up in the 10th frame. And that's daddy lockups right there.
And then he survives a near-death experience. All of our bowlers are standing by with Kimberly.
That final match was amazing. And Mookie, Bill, I think this might have been the toughest competition against this guy right over here since this started. But Mookie, not the way you wanted it to end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. We go out there. We bowled a good game, but they bowled better.
He didn't expect that. He didn't expect that from me. I didn't expect that from me.
See, nobody expects that. And then when you don't game plan for something and he finally shows up, I mean, nothing we can do.
You're going to come back next year?
Yeah, I mean, he invites me, but, you know, he said I got to come back as a pro because he's scared. That's what it is. But it is what it is, you know.
Well, you guys bowled very well. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we'll see you guys next year. But, Bill, wait, before I let you go, Bill, you were on fire out there, striking left and right. What happened on that last frame, though?
You know, Mookie's ball started to hook a little bit, so I moved, and I just didn't move enough. It didn't matter. Norm wasn't going to split, so I knew he was going to strike out anyway. So that's what happened. I just let down a little bit because I knew Norm wasn't going to miss.
Well, you know what? You guys really did bowl well. You should be proud, and maybe next year you're going to go ahead and take this. And as they're getting their trophy presentation, guys, thank you so much for your time. Look at that. Chris, 2 years in a row, you get to hold up this giant, heavy trophy. How's it feel?
Feels good. I told you, it's only right. First one here in Houston. It's only right this goes to the house. And my man Norm, who's been my foe for a while, now we teammates, bring it home. Way to work, big dog. Way to work.
This team seems to work very well. Now, would you say that this match against Mookie was one of the toughest you've had so far?
Absolutely, because Mookie, he's basically a pro. You know what I mean? So for us to beat them in the way that we did, I'd take it any day of the week.
Listen, you were bowling like a pro out there in that 7th frame when you had that one pin standing up. I'm pretty sure I saw you hold your breath the entire time. Plus the spare you made.
Yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's what I do. So, big time players make big time plays.
Norm, what's it like taking this win with this guy right here?
I can just remember the 4-5 split that he made, and I never had that much air between my feet in an approach in my whole lifetime. You know what? If you'd have told me they were going to bowl 226, I'd have said, yeah, that's a little bit too much for us. And then I look over there and see 259. Yeah. 250, hey, you rock. And we were in practice, and we couldn't, none of us were getting a strike. And he said, that's all right. When they turn lanes on, I'll show up. Right. I said, me too, so here we go.
Well, you know what? He said that you gave him a little advice right before you started this last match, and it worked out really well because you guys did this.
It did. You know, he saw that I had a little better look from further right, so he just took a whim and said, you know what, I'm going to go out there closer to you. And then he goes with the front three when we need it. You know, you pull a six-bagger out of the gate, that puts some serious pressure on your opponents now.
Sure did. So, Chris, I got to ask you, you called it this year that you were going to take it. Next year, you're going to go into your 10th year for this.
Yeah.
You taking it?
Absolutely. Next year, we're going to keep this thing going, man. And big thank you to the city of Houston for the people coming out to support this. I'm so grateful to Tom Clark and the whole PBA and all the bowlers. I thank you guys, and I appreciate y'all for this.
Thank you guys so very much, and congratulations on defending your title.
Worthy winners indeed. Norm Duke and Chris Paul. And yes, for Chris, it's back-to-back. This time with Norm Duke as his partner. Fourth time for CP3, and the first time for the great Hall of Famer, Norm Duke. And next Sunday, we are live. The PBA Tournament of Champions, 1 o'clock Eastern. We cannot wait as part of Big February. Chris Paul, the 9th time he has hosted this celebrity-studded event with his teammate James Harden. Trevor Ariza showing up. The great Oscar Nunez put on a great show. Mookie Betts, a tremendous bowler from the Boston Red Sox. The beard, the Euro step didn't help. Oscar over the boards. And when it mattered most, Norm Duke with the clutch strikes. For Kimberly and Randy, I'm Dave Lamont. We thank you for watching the CP3 PBA Celebrity Invitational.